Did you know that poor circulation is the cause of discomfort in the feet, legs, and knees for millions of people? Just like you, many people suffer from pain when walking, nighttime cramps, swollen legs, tingling, and heaviness without realizing that the problem lies in their blood vessels. Healthy circulation is essential for the optimal functioning of the entire body, and when this system fails, it often causes problems like varicose veins, which are enlarged veins that don't work properly, as well as hardened and blocked arteries in your neck, heart, and legs, a condition known as atherosclerosis. In addition to the problems already mentioned, poor circulation, it can also cause your wounds to take longer to heal, your leg muscles to become weak, and other problems to get worse like neuropathy causing burning sensations and painful tingling in your feet. And what's most concerning is that when there are circulatory problems, blood can pool and become thicker, especially in your legs. And this can lead to the formation of clots or thrombi in both veins and arteries, which further disrupts blood flow and in some cases can be very serious. But you'll be surprised to learn that you can improve your circulation naturally with home remedies that you probably already have at home. Today, I'd like to introduce you to 4 essential vitamins for heart and circulatory health that help your blood flow smoothly, reducing the formation of clots or thrombi. And pay close attention especially to the last, because they're very powerful. Now, pay attention to this because circulatory problems can develop slowly without you noticing at first. And although anyone can suffer from them, it's more common for them to occur in older people with heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, or those who smoke. That's why controlling these conditions is very important for improving circulation as part of the treatment. Look, there are 5 warning signs. What could indicate that the circulatory problem is more serious? If you have any of these, in addition to using the natural remedies I'm about to share, seek medical help as soon as possible. In those cases, an imaging test like an Aquappler along with a clinical evaluation can help you treat the problem in time and avoid complications. The first warning sign is persistent numbness or tingling. It's like an uncomfortable tingling in your legs and feet that happens very often, especially when you spend a lot of time sitting, crossing your legs, or standing for long periods. If you notice this happens to you frequently, it's a warning sign because your muscles and nerves might not be getting the oxygen supply they need. The second warning sign is always having cold feet, even on the hottest days. That can also indicate poor circulation. Warning sign number 3 is leg cramps either when walking or exercising. They're so intense that sometimes they force you to stop to quit whatever you're doing. And this happens because your muscles might not be getting the amount of oxygen and nutrients they need during physical activity. This condition is known as intermittent claudication, and it's a clear marker that the circulation in your legs is failing for some reason. Many times cramps get worse at night, forcing you to jump out of bed or massage yourself to get relief. Some people instead of cramps suffer from restless legs at night, a feeling where it's impossible to find a comfortable position. It doesn't let you rest, seriously affecting your quality of life. If you felt this discomfort, it means the circulatory problem. It's already affecting your nerves or worsening some neuropathy you might have, and it shouldn't be ignored. At this point, I want to tell you that all of this has a solution. In many cases, the problem can be reversed, especially by incorporating natural remedies, which I'm about to share with you. Sign number 4 is a change in your skin color. You might notice it looking paler or purple with a bluish tint, or dark brown spots may also appear. This happens especially on the feet near the ankle. This is also a sign that your blood vessels are damaged, and it doesn't just affect appearance. It can also cause wounds to take longer to heal and make your legs swell easily. And the 5th sign is varicose veins and spider veins. These look like dilated, twisted veins that can be seen on the skin with a reddish or bluish color. In general, this happens when the walls of the veins are weakened, damaged, or their valves don't work properly. This causes the blood to flow in a direction that isn't natural, or to pull, leading to all the symptoms mentioned. All these signs warn that your circulation needs attention as soon as possible, at least to rule out a more advanced problem and to be able to start treatment right away. Now, let's look at niacin. Vitamin B3 improves flow and reduces inflammation. The four vitamins to improve your circulation and strengthen both your veins and arteries. The first is niacin, also known as vitamin B3. This is a key nutrient because of its positive effects on circulatory health. This vitamin works to maintain the flexibility and strength of blood vessels, helping to prevent blockages, reducing the formation of blood clots, and improving blood flow. This is especially important for people who suffer from varicose veins or venous insufficiency. In addition to improving circulation, niacin plays a very important role in heart health because it helps regulate cholesterol levels. What it does is lower LDL cholesterol levels, also known as bad cholesterol, and increase HDL levels, known as good cholesterol. This is essential to prevent plaque from forming and clogging the arteries, keeping them clean and open for good blood flow. When these cholesterol plaques build up, they harden and narrow the blood vessels. This makes it harder for blood to pass through and increases the risk of serious health problems such as heart attacks, strokes, and circulatory disorders in your legs. That's why maintaining adequate levels of this vitamin prevents all that damage and at the same time protects your heart health. But the benefits of niacin go far beyond that. In the brain, it protects neurons from age-related damage, improving memory, concentration, and allowing for healthier aging. Now, how can you effectively get this vitamin? Niacin is naturally found in a variety of foods that you probably already have at home. Eggs, for example, are an accessible source and easy to include in your breakfast. Chicken, especially the breast, stands out for being low in fat and rich in niacin. Just make sure it's free of hormones. As for fish, salmon and tuna are excellent options, not only because they provide this vitamin, but also because they contain other nutrients like vitamin D and very healthy fatty acids. Finally, nuts like almonds are a very practical option, ideally for those cravings or snacks that happen between meals. The daily amount of niacin we should eat varies from person to person, but for the average adult, it's recommended to have between 14 and 16 milligrams per day. This amount can be very easily obtained from a balanced diet. For example, a 100 grams chicken breast contains more than half the niacin you need per day. And are supplements really necessary? In most cases, it's not necessary to supplement as long as your diet already includes these foods. However, in specific conditions like nutritional deficiency, chronic alcoholism, or certain intestinal diseases that cause poor absorption, supplements can be useful. However, there's an important detail. Excess supplemental niacin can cause a phenomenon in your body called niacin flush. It shows up as redness, warmth, and widespread itching. Although it's generally not dangerous, it can be quite uncomfortable. But anyway, this vitamin is just the beginning. Now, I want to vitamin C. Strengthens veins and vessels. Orange, kiwi, strawberry. Talk to you about another one that's very important for the health of your blood vessels. Vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid. It's very important for you to know its medicinal secrets. This powerful antioxidant, it has a direct effect on your blood vessels, strengthening their walls and helping them stay flexible and resilient. This keeps those pathways where your blood flows strong and in good condition, able to withstand the damage that can come with age. In addition to these positive effects, vitamin C plays a crucial role in the production of collagen, a protein that acts as a natural support for the walls of arteries and veins. This reinforcement is essential because it strengthens the structure of these vessels. When collagen's in good condition, the risk of developing varicose veins and other circulatory problems is reduced caused by the deterioration of the vascular wall. These effects are even more important in the legs where blood vessels are under greater pressure due to gravity and the distance from the heart. That's why a good amount of vitamin C improves circulation in both the legs and feet, also reducing inflammation in those areas. This is especially beneficial for those who suffer from restless leg syndrome, or that feeling of tired and heavy legs at the end of the day. And what are the best sources of this powerful vitamin? Fresh citrus fruits like oranges or lemons, as well as kiwis and strawberries, are among the main ones. Ideally, you should eat these foods as fresh as possible because this vitamin breaks down quickly when exposed to air and light, which means it loses its effectiveness. If you store these fruits after cutting them for a long time, and many people don't know this, but a guava contains more vitamin C than an orange, and that's not all. This vitamin is also found in vegetables like broccoli, red bell peppers, and spinach. Now, pay close attention. Even though vitamin C supplements are available to everyone, it's extremely important not to exceed 2,000 milligrams per day, since this can cause digestive discomfort and increase the risk of kidney stones. That's why it's always better to prioritize natural sources that provide it safely and effectively. Supplements should only be considered in specific situations and with a doctor's prescription. Now that we know the fundamental role of niacin and vitamin C in circulation, it's time. Vitamin K regulates coagulation and prevents calcification. Spinach, broccoli, cabbage. To talk about another key nutrient, vitamin K. This vitamin is essential for protecting the circulatory system and preventing the formation of clots, allowing blood to flow optimally to the extremities, thus improving the health of both veins and arteries. Its main function is to regulate blood clotting in a very controlled way, preventing both hemorrhages and the formation of dangerous clots. In addition, vitamin K plays a crucial role in preventing calcium accumulates in the walls of the arteries, which prevents them from hardening and developing atherosclerosis. That condition, which reduces blood flow and increases the risk of serious health problems such as heart attacks and strokes. To obtain it naturally, leafy green vegetables like broccoli, spinach, and kale are great sources. Potassium, magnesium, and vitamin K made with celery and kale leaves, a kiwi or a red apple to sweeten, a piece of ginger, and to add freshness, a few mint leaves. If you want to sweeten it a bit more, a teaspoon of cinnamon's an excellent option. I recommend drinking a glass every morning, every day, without straining it. But pay attention here. If you are taking anticoagulants like warfarin, it's important to know that you don't need to cut back on foods rich in vitamin K. The problem isn't eating them, but making sudden changes in how much you consume. Understand this. What your doctor does during your appointment is adjust the dose of the anticoagulant to keep its effects stable in your body. And this depends on your vitamin K levels also staying stable. So, if one day you eat a lot of broccoli, and the next day you don't eat any vegetables at all, this can affect how the medication works, making it either less effective or too strong. That's why it's best to always keep a consistent amount of vegetables in your diet and eat them regularly and in a balanced way. And if for any reason you decide to increase or decrease your intake, talk to your doctor first to adjust your medication dosage and avoid any problems. Now, vitamin E, the most powerful for dissolving clots and protecting the heart. Almonds, avocado, olive oil. We've reached one of the most powerful vitamins for circulatory health, vitamin E. This nutrient is well known for its antioxidant properties that help protect our cells from daily wear and tear. 2. Vitamin E acts like a protective shield, preventing those free radicals from causing damage. That way, your arteries and veins stay strong and flexible, allowing for better blood flow and reducing the risk of diseases in your heart, brain, and legs. In addition, this vitamin is essential. It helps prevent the formation of clots, which significantly lowers the risk of blockages in your circulatory system. But its benefits don't stop there. Vitamin E stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that causes our blood vessels to relax and dilate. This process, called vasodilation, makes it easier for blood to flow and lowers blood pressure. This allows the heart to work more efficiently to gain its benefits. Foods like the yolk of free-range eggs especially, as well as almonds, pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, and vegetables like spinach and broccoli are very rich in vitamin E also. Avocado is a very important natural source, especially when you scrape off the darker flesh that's in contact with the skin. And many people don't know that, but extra virgin olive oil, a natural remedy that besides having healthy fats, also contains vitamin E. Regarding supplements, my opinion is that they're not necessary, unless your doctor recommends them for a specific reason, such as poor absorption to intestinal problems, or a proven vitamin E deficiency. In fact, supplements taken in high or uncontrolled doses increase the risk of complications such as bleeding. On the other hand, a single serving of almonds, 30 g, which is about a handful, already covers nearly 50% of the recommended daily dose, and if you complement your diet with plenty of leafy green vegetables and healthy oils, the levels of vitamin D you'll get are more than enough to protect your circulatory system's health without the need for additional supplements.